The final step is to build stairs and a railing for your deck. Determining stair size is a bit of a science, and here's another instance where you should consult a good resource and local building codes to get all the details and formulas you'll need. But a good general rule about outdoor stairs is this: twice the riser height, the vertical part of the step, plus the run of the step, the horizontal part, should equal between 24 and 27 inches. Another rule about outdoor stairs is they should be at least 3 feet wide for ease of traffic flow and safe use. Most codes require a 3-foot minimum anyway. Once you've done the math and figured out how many steps you'll need to cut stringers. Stringers are the wooden frames for the steps. You'll use a framing square to transfer the measurements to a piece of lumber. On our deck, we're using 2x12s. After you've marked off all the steps, use a circular saw to cut most of the way and a jigsaw to finish. You don't want to cut past the mark in the corner because this will weaken your stairs. The good news is that once you cut one good stringer, you won't have to measure again. Simply use the first stringer as a template for the others. You need to assemble the stairs on the ground first. This allows you to locate your posts and set the stair height accurately. Continue installing stringers 16 inches apart for the width of your stairs. If you're so inclined, this is the time to install risers, or the vertical part of the stairs. For our deck, we're leaving the risers open. Now we need to attach the stairs to the deck. First, we install a stair hanger, or cross brace, constructed from 2x10s. Temporarily attach your stairs to the deck to mark the location for your post holes. Now, we're going to mark our post holes, pour the concrete, place our posts, level them, and finally attach them to the stairs. For the treads, we're using deck boards for a coordinated look. We attach the treads with deck screws. Then we'll notch the bottom tread around the post for a nice finished look. To finish our deck, we need railings. Most building codes require railings for decks over 24 inches in height, and most codes require these railings to be at least 42 inches high. For railing posts, we use 4x4s centered on 6-foot spans or less, depending on the length of the run. We divide the spacing of the posts to create equal distances for each rail section. The post may be positioned anywhere between the joists. We box in the post to the framing using the rim joist as the front support and blocking to support the back and sides if required. The blocking should be the same dimensions as the joists. Now we mark the location for each post, drill a pilot hole, and then cut out the post location with a jigsaw. Between the posts, we install rails so that we'll have something to attach the balusters or pickets to. We're using 2x4s for our top and bottom rails. Now we can install the plastic mounts that came with your railing kit. And we're ready to attach the bottom rail. Once the rails are screwed into the posts, we can attach the balusters. By code, balusters have to be close enough together so that a 4-inch sphere can't pass between them. After the top and bottom rails are in place, we use a circular saw to cut the top off the post to make it flush with the rail. And now we're ready to repeat the process for the rest of the deck rails. Now all we need to do to finish the railings is to install the top piece called the cap rail. On our deck, we'll be using 2x6s for this. We lay the cap rail over the balusters and posts and attach it with decking screws. We continue this around the perimeter of the deck, mitering the joints where cap railings meet. As a nice finishing touch, we make angle cuts or dog ears on the corners of the cap rails. At this point, your deck is 99% done, but there are still a few finishing touches you can do to make it even sturdier and last longer. Start by adding structural post-to-beam supports to every post. Then bolt the cradles to the posts with lag bolts. And finally, apply sealer to the cut ends of the boards to help protect them from weather and insects. And there you have it, our completed deck built with pressure-treated lumber. If you use pressure-treated lumber, you'll want to protect your deck. Periodic application of a high-quality clear water repellent or semi-transparent stain with water repellent helps to minimize warping, splitting, and other weathering problems. You may need to wait a certain period of time after you build your deck to apply the sealer or stain because pressure-treated wood is wet when new. Consult your wood manufacturer's recommendations on any waiting times. Remember, it's important to regularly maintain any deck, no matter what it's made of. The Home Depot has everything you need to get started. Visit us today.